Yeah, I was just coming out past here down this track and I saw this Yamaha Mate 100, but it's like it's old, but it's like original. Everything is there, but it's old. It needs cleaning. It'll need fixing the brakes and you know what I mean. But hey, even if it needs a rebore, it's still an original Yamaha Mate. I've been looking one for a long time. Yeah, everything's there, even these. All the plastics, okay. Yeah, interesting, okay. Yeah, okay, so we've got the money and we're sitting at, I just have to go and pay for something else in the town, the delivery that's coming. I just ordered it, paid for it at the delivery office. And, oh, there's a Falang over there, look. Yeah, they will not acknowledge, they won't acknowledge any other. They'd be interested if this guy acknowledges. They're absolute dickheads, you know, these old guys. You think, how the hell did they get to fucking Thailand? You know, how did they meet these women or whatever? Like, they're so shy, they can't say fucking nothing. When he goes past, be interested to see whether he actually acknowledges me. He's seen me, I'm sure he has. I'm white, look at me, I'm fucking, you know. And anyways, yeah, so then we're going to turn up there and we're going to get the, we're going to go and get this bike and then stick it on here, right, and that's it. We won't wait for him because I'm going to put my phone down now, right, ready for the off, okay. Okay, so I picked it up, the old Mate 100. Like I said to them, I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm a bit pissed off because it works out that this is in the name. This is in the name of her sister. I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't get the book for it, and I could have a number plate on it and have it totally legal. But she just was just like, "No, my sister's not going to be interested in helping you." I said 1,000 baht. You know what I mean? Like I bought it for 4,000. You know what I mean? The only way I can do it is to give them like 5,000, the same as I've done for the book, to get it in my name. It's possible to do it. You have to pay all the back tax though as well. Well, I say all the back tax. There might be a limit because obviously they haven't paid the tax on this for a fucking long time. Yeah. So yeah. So beautiful. I'll have all three generations, and I've got the 80cc, which is 40 years old. This is the Mate 100, 30 years old, and then you got this here, which is probably 20 odd years old. This is the Mate Alpha that took over from the Mate, you know. Yeah, right, let's get this back to the mechanics and see what they can do with it. Right, apparently it did start last time. Okay, so I've left it. Going to leave it. It's taking a bit longer because there's a problem with the carburetor. Ah, it's got a battery. Well, that's good. It means I can have some good lights on it. What is it? Is it a 12-volt battery? I can't see if it's a 12-volt battery or not. Yeah, it is 12 volt. Oh, brilliant. It means I can actually have lights on it and everything. Oh, brilliant. The other one I think it's got a generator, a dynamo on it. The other one. Oh, yeah, brilliant. There we go. Oh, good. Now we've got an absolute super Seleng here. Honda. Enter through the front, don't enter through the back. 110 horses. Jesus fucking Christ. I bet it makes some noise. There's mine over there, look. I bet it makes some noise, this. And you've got the speakers in the back as well. Oh no, it's not speakers, they're helmets, sorry. Yeah, it's good that. Yeah, so I've just come to pick it up. The back light don't work, so having the light changed at the back. Shocks have been changed. Front shocks are okay apparently. Ignition barrel been changed, and the lock for the seats, which is the same key. Yeah, so yeah, it's looking good. Let's see how they get on. It's interesting. If you see this here, that's the same angle as the modern Yamaha bike there. See, they make everything. The design of it, clever. Okay, so we've just left the fixers, the mechanics. Yeah, phoned up this morning. Hey, shut it, you. Bloody, you're a bloody lovely one. You probably want to get on camera. Yeah? He'd have you. He'd have you off, right? Yeah, he'd see you off, wouldn't he? Right, so basically what they've done, don't know what, for what reason, but I trust them implicitly, right? They've replaced that, and when you get that, you get a set, because it's the key, you get a new key as well. They've replaced this for opening the back. They've replaced the light, which, you know, when I come to pick it up, I said to them, I don't want to come back. I told them I don't want to come back and fix this bike again. This is the time, and that is done, right? So there was more things to fix when I got here, because I started going around it and I was like, well, this don't work, that one don't work. So the backlight didn't work. Inside it was rusty. They changed the whole unit, right? The rear shocks, when I took it out for a ride, it was really bad. I haven't actually test ridden it, but I don't need to. It's said they've replaced the shocks. They've put some oil on the chain. I hope that chain doesn't need, it shouldn't need replacing. It's only done 8,000 kilometres this bike. 4,000 miles, it's nothing. And you can tell the engine is it purrs, it's beautiful. You know, in lovely little sound to it, right? I'm not a big fan of the way this is. You have to put your heel down onto that to go down, up and down the gears. You don't just go click, 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 you know, but there you go. We'll get around that. All these things here that have got rust on, I might have them take off and shot blasted and whatever, get it. I'm not going to make it beautiful, but I'm just going to make it look, you know, a little bit better. The seat is just beautiful, original seat. You know what I mean? That's, you know, and the best thing about this as well, a lot of people, they get these bikes and these younger people get them and they put stickers on them and shit like that. Oh God, this is original. You know what I mean? Needs a new fairing. That's broke. This here, that can go. That's not an original. It's off I looked it up. It's off a Honda Dream, so that can go and be replaced for, you know, something. That's the Honda emblem. I started looking for one of these for this bike, and I found an ad with this one. Oh yeah, that's the one. I looked at it. No, it's a Honda Dream. So this is all the parts. They give you all the parts that they've replaced. All the lights work, which is great, because the other one a mouse got in there and bit into all the wires, cut lots of the wires. It could be fixed, my other one could, but you know. And this comes with a battery as well, so I think once you replace the battery, the lights can actually work independent. It isn't like they just rev up and down. But when the battery's not in play at the moment, and they all work, so it works with a dynamo. The engineering was brilliant back then. You know what I mean? To get around all that kind of stuff. It's had a new Huatian, which is a spark plug, and also the cable that goes onto it, the HT lead, right? That's been replaced as well. The oil you know, this is the kind of the stuff you're up against. I said to him, has the oil been changed? And he put his, he took the thing out and he brought it out and it looked like clean oil, but they didn't tell me they'd changed the oil. I have to look at the receipt. But because he never mentioned that in the, write-up. Went round everything. This is what we've changed. This is, and he went through the receipt. He never said anything about oil. So I don't think they've changed it. I don't think they've changed the oil. Well, why wouldn't they change the oil? Just it's another thing to charge me for. It's like, you know. But so there's that. They've changed some things down here. Some pipe work that goes down where you put the two-stroke oil at the back here. There's some pipe work to go down. They were perished. There's a big rubber pipe that goes. It's the air intake for the carburettor. That's been changed. A big expense would have been, if you can see there, the carburettor, new carburettor for a Y100. So it's actually the carburettor for this. Great shop, you know, because he keeps all this stuff on. You know what I mean? Let's hope all things like that. That's disappointing. That there, look. But it is, see there, it doesn't stay in one position. But one good thing about that is you keep it with your finger, right? And then when you let go, it should spring back. There's basically the spring for that's gone. That's the thing that's there. All the lights work, right? And you've got a high and low beam, all this kind of stuff there, yeah. Beautiful. All original, what do they call them? The kajokes, the wing mirrors, that's all original. Beautiful. I'm well happy with it. Right, and then here, that's been put on so you can put a sidecar onto it, like one of these if I wanted to. Which is it's a shame. I'll have to get all this off. Why they didn't clean? Why didn't they jet wash all that off? You know what I mean? They had all this stuff off. They should have done that. They put a new stand on. The stand was missing. The new black stand there, the black thing, that was missing because it had a sidecar on it. So you don't need that stand. So people just take it off. Because actually they use this bolt here to join onto the sidecar, like with this, which we call a seleng. Like down there, it's that blue pipe there going on. That's going on to where the stand was on this bike. Yeah, so they always lose them. Well, say, however how long ago this was, probably been sitting there for 20 years. You know, well, not the end of it because you're gonna have to see it driving around. Right? Okay, that'll be next. Okay, Wolfie. We finally arrived back at the ranch. And yeah, it's back. Let's get it off. Right, we're back here. I've come back from the test ride. And basically we've got a situation in our hands. I've just had a moment of clarity and a moment of realisation, right? This is me Yamaha 80, 40 years old. This is the 30-year-old, right, which I've just bought and I've been doing up. And, you know, I don't know. 2 and 2 doesn't equal 4 on this one. Is just, you know, those boys in that shop must be laughing their tits off at me, thinking that I've got a screw loose. I bought this. I saw it and I thought, oh yeah, look, it's an old Mate. You know, I've got one. You know, look at this. You know, it's an old bike. It's years old. The bit of the discoloration of things, it's because it's old. You know what I mean? When I looked at, and that, to be honest with you, if it didn't have if it had got quite a few miles, I probably wouldn't have been bothered, right? Like this one here has got 59,000 kilometers on, right? You know, is that like 30,000 miles, something like that? Yeah, that's had a lot of miles put through it, right? This one here, right? When I looked at it, I went, oh, look at that! It's only got, you probably can't see that, but believe me, it is 082. It's 8,000 kilometers, right? Now, 8,000 kilometers. I thought, oh, that's good, isn't it? And it did, you know, for half a split second, I did think to myself, 8,000 kilometres, like this, that's actually rusted. That's rusted away, right? There's some stuff on it with like a bit of rust on and stuff. So, oh yeah, but it's been sitting. It's been sitting. It could done 8,000 kilometres, but it's been sitting for age. I even said to the woman, got to tell you, done 8,000 kilometres, the owner, which is the sister of the owner. The seat looks really, to me, looked pretty good. And I thought, you know, yeah, right. I bought it for 4,000 baht. I've spent nearly another 4,000 on it. Right, needed a new carburetor, and new this, and new that, and new everything. Right, new shocks at the back. They've put some oil and seals in the shocks at the front. They're rubbish. The springs are obviously gone. I've had this before. I had it with this bike here. Right, they don't keep the. They should have changed the springs when they changed the oil in the spring. They didn't. Right, the shocks are knackered at the front. Right, it's just dawned on me, actually, while making this video, that 8,000 kilometres, that 08999 or whatever it is, right, is not 8,000. It's 98,000, isn't it? Because that nine with that zero at the start, right? That zero here, you can't see through the cracked screen, right? But there's a zero at the front of that. Right, that zero would have been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, and it's gone to 108. It's 180,000, isn't it? Is that right? That can't be right. Anyway, that's 98,000. Sorry, it's not 8,000. It's 98,000. They must all have known in that shop when I said it's got 8,000 kilometres on it. It must. You know, why is this gone? Why is that gone? You know what I mean? It's done 100,000 kilometres. It's done 50,000 miles. Do you know what I mean? And to the point where, that's the point at which the speedo broke. Because I've noticed, when I've just got out and I've done about 5 kilometres, it ends in 3.6, right? 3.6. You know, you can see the point tenths of a mile clicking round. And the tenth of a mile hasn't moved. That's the moment I thought, wait there a minute, that speedo's not right. That stopped at some point in its life. So, and it's done on that speedo. I can now see, because it's got a 0 on it, it's gone to 9 and then gone back to 0 again. So it's 98,000 was the moment that the clock stopped on it. And I've just spent as much as I bought it for on it. It's got, I mean, like, I'm talking like, I've got a new ignition barrel, I mean, a new backlight. It's got a new carburetor, new this, new that. And also, when I was driving it, the clutch is slipping. So it's fucked anyway, it needs a new clutch. So it's got to be out. I remember thinking to myself, why has it got so much underneath there? There's oil all over the engine. And I thought, 8,000 kilometres, why is there oil coming out the engine? You know. It's not, I can't even say they seen me coming. Because, and like, look at the tyres. You know, them tyres are gone, right? Well, this bike here, this bike here has done 30,000 kilometres. There's not a mark on it. And I've left the lights on as well, which isn't a good idea. So yeah, it all works. Needs a new clutch, needs new front springs. And even then, when you drive it ain't the best. It's going to need new tyres, needs a new fairing. It's like, basically, it's just set it on fire, basically, innit? I mean, all the brakes are fucked. They must have thought I was absolutely mental. Anyway, I think that's the end of that story, right? So, yeah, I think we're going to put this around the back of the house and forget about it. That's 200 quid. That could have got spent on something else, but it's a lesson. This here, that cost me a lot less to do, and that's refurbished, and that's beautiful. This bike really is good. I mean, really light, quick, everything. Really, really good. I love this bike. Yeah. Anyway, right, that's it done. Right, lesson learned.